Shawne, should we just jump into it? Just talk about it already? Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
With the Chargers.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Or you want to talk about that little thing?
Yeah, why
that's going
not?
on over there?
I think he had something to do with it too.
I was going to say,
He said he was
he
going to
told me,
barricade.
yeah.
He was going to barricade and not let him leave the building.
This is the thing. I think that this is a win on both sides for the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh, right? I mean, I know that people saying, "Hey, Chargers won," and which they did. They got a great coach who got a history of turning things around relatively quickly. So the Chargers definitely did win, but also Jim Harbaugh, he won.
Yeah,
because he was already looking and has talked about a few different times of getting back to the NFL, playing, coaching on that level again. Also talking about his love and what he thought of Justin Herbert. Right, he's been talking about that for a while publicly. And how many times do you get a coach that comes from college, right, just making a move, to jump to the NFL, that has a franchise quarterback already? It has a wide receiver like Keenan Allen, Derwin James, Bosa, like Khalil Mack. Right, it's just Mike Williams when he comes back help. It just doesn't happen. So I think that at the end of the day, this is a match made in heaven for both sides. I think that both sides won.
Yeah. Well, Shawne, and you spoke about that, and I mean, this is one of the bigger coaching signings that they've had in a long time. So how excited are you to see just what Jim is going to bring, especially coming off of winning a national championship? And then I wrote about this, and I said, the thing about this is you have an owner who he says he's starving for a championship. You have Jim who he's a little bit on a redemption road. I mean, he lost to his brother a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl. And then you have a quarterback who, I mean, I don't know why he gets all the hate that he does, but a quarterback that wants to win and wants to take his team to the next level. I think it's a perfect marriage, like you said.
It is, man, for a lot of different reasons. And two, Jim Harbaugh's history is turning around organizations and programs immediately. And I mean, in the blink of an eye, like he does that quick. But how many times do you get a chance to come in and turn things around with this level of talent?
Yeah.
Because the teams he turned around before didn't have it.
Yeah.
They didn't have a star quarterback. Like they didn't have the intangible. So yeah, I'm not we're going to the Super Bowl excited, right? I'm not that, but I am excited because there's a newfound energy back in the fan base that's been missing the last couple of years. That part is 100% happening. You look at the Chargers social media team is great over. They got they got the best social media in the NFL. So they're eating that up with Jim Harbaugh. But two, it establishes a faith back in the organization and the fans again, right? Because I think the Chargers did a great job, man, at bringing a lot of those fans up from San Diego and then reestablishing the fan base in LA. But also, too, if you're not winning games and you got a coach there that's not really suited for that position, you can lose the fan base. So I think it cures a lot of problems. And it's only something good can come out of that from how they finished up with Coach Staley.
Shawne, people always talk about the partnership with Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh, but how about defensively, the physical game, the discipline, just, being tough, gritty defense? I feel like the Chargers haven't had that, but they have so many great players, like obviously Derwin James, you got Bosa and Mack. We'll see what happens with their future with the cap space and all that. But from that point of view, on the defensive side, that being your specialty, how do you feel what Jim Harbaugh will do there?
I think that Jim Harbaugh gives them an identity that they've been missing. One thing I've seen, I was at every home game. I was at every home game. When you go to the games, you like, which team going to show up? Are they physical team? Are they finesse team? Are they a speed team? Are they power? Like you didn't know what type of team they was. So I think automatically an identity gets established at the head coach position. It ultimately is going to trickle down into the locker room. And we've seen it more so than ever with Dan Campbell and what he's done for that team. The mentality he instilled in these guys now is getting passed down to the locker room. Jim Harbaugh's the same way, right? He's going to establish a mentality, to run the football, be physical, be efficient, no turnovers, and that all starts, as he said, which I love the most because I'm a meathead, right? I love the gym, love the weight room. That this starts today by going in the weight room, going in the off-season workouts and competing. Yeah. Because it starts there. Don't talk about Super Bowls, don't talk about playoffs. Let's go get this work today. And that's what he's established.